Hello, it's summer, time to glow up all areas of our life, and let's not forget our personal development. In this video, I'll be sharing with you 10 ways through which you can, enhance yourself this summer. Sometimes during like the semester week, it's kind of hard to really find time for these things, but I feel like taking time during this break is critical. But yeah, hi, I'm nyanganiyambakam. Welcome to this channel. If you're new, in this channel we talk all things faith, personal development, and school life. So yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, I think it is key to know yourself better, and one thing I would recommend for this is taking the 16 personality quiz on, just type 16 personality on Google, but also I'll drop the link of the website in the description below. But based the way you do this is answer a bunch of questions, and they will bring to you a code describing what personality style you are. But what I find useful is signing up for the email list. They actually want you to pay for stuff, but even just the email list has been so helpful. It really reveals. I was surprised. I was like, yeah, there's no way they're gonna get this right or whatever, but they actually got a lot of things about me right. I feel like no one has gotten me. I'm always like, oh, people don't get me, people don't understand me, but this one, the personality thing, literally got me. The email list, they would send useful things that you can work on based on your personality, and I think that is so cool. So they'll be time management skills for this type of group of people. There's a code ENJ or something like that. I think I'm ENFJ. I will type it here what I am, and then you can tell if you've taken it already. Tell me in the comments below, but it's always good to take it after a period of time, quarterly, or after some gap of time, at least every 2 months, every 3 months or so. But yeah, I've taken it maybe last 2 months, and I think it's really good. The email list has actionable steps for you to take, so I think that is essentially good if you're a first step to take if you're oh my god, I'm lost or feeling lost or just need redirection. Secondly, this is your reminder to revamp your LinkedIn account, and if you don't have a LinkedIn account, it's time to get one, to make one. I will link my favorite YouTuber's video on LinkedIn. This is Rennie. So she created a video about LinkedIn, and it's so simplified, so simple to use. So I will link it down below. This is very good because it allows you to put yourself out there, and this is for everybody. The business student, the business worker, the science student, whatever you are, it is time to create how you want individuals to view you in a professional or educational light. So do take the time to revamp it. Next is a Bible character understudy. So sometimes when people read the Bible, they feel kind of distant from it. They feel it doesn't relate. You really have to take time to connect. But I feel this is kind of a myth. And there are a lot of characters in the Bible that can relate to our lives, generally and also spiritually. But I think even for personal development, you can look into those Bible characters and study them and learn lessons from them. I'll give you an example. So a couple weeks ago, I was just feeling lost or feeling down. I feel all the things I've been working on, they've not really been, they're not yielding fruits in the way that I expect them to. And I was oh my gosh, and I also have to deal with a lot of people, a lot of emotions, a lot of management and stuff. So I was wow, what Bible character fits this? Now I have prior Bible knowledge, so I could just think and then pray, ask God, ask the Holy Spirit, and it came to mind Nehemiah. But if you don't, a simple Google search, Bible character on dealing with procrastination or something like that. Get that. You read the section that it suggests, do a deep dive into it. It could just be a one sit down deep dive. You could make it part of your devotional routine, whatever the case may be. Do it, and I promise you will get practical tips and stuff. I read a bit of the first chapter, and I learned bunch of stuff of the first few chapters, but I also like use like a study Bible, and they had like some descriptions. It was already broken down, and I could take practical actionable steps from the story of Nehemiah and how like he went around building rebuilding God's temple for his people, and just like a lot of revelation. And so it was just like really refueling in all areas, spiritually, and also like it gave me things to work on and improve. Next, I would say listen to podcasts about topics that you're feeling lost on or like you're interested in. So there's a podcast for everything nowadays, like every single thing there's a podcast for it. No, you're not gonna go on everybody's podcast. You're gonna go on reputable individuals podcast, individuals that have taken time to really study that field. For me, I'm very interested in personal development, personal growth, so I listen to Deep Dive podcast by Ali Abdal. I love Renee's podcast on financial development. There are also some fun ones that teach. It's also for like my personal interest. Like I listen to I Said What I Said podcast. It's my personal interest in that it allows me to be aware of like Nigeria, my homeland, the culture and what's going on there, so it keeps me aware. But there's also like Think Media if I wanted to learn things for YouTube. So there's also like another one I listen to it for like psychology stuff, thoughts. So all these things, you know, Google, find the best podcaster for this and listen to it. It's always good. Like even just like one episode, it really like rejuvenates and gives you so much things to work on, or kind of like consuming intentionally. I would say like get books on the things, on the areas of spheres that you need to work on. It could be one book for the entire summer period or break that you have. That's good as long as you read it properly, peel through it, and work on what you need to. A book I'd recommend is I always call it the Habits book, but that's not the actual name. I will type the name right here. But it really gives like a practical guide to understanding how habits are formed in an individual and how to work on changing habits, work on changing communities through habits, just like reconstructing that. It deconstructed habits and allows you to know what part you can take to reconstruct good habits. So I was interested in that topic, so I got a book recommendation through a course actually. It was really helpful. But you could also Google, it could be whatever you're interested in. Personal development is defined by you and what you want, really. So if you want to like change your habits yourself, how you act, that could be it. It could be also like you want to learn more about your specific course or program you're taking. So this could be a time to find a book in that sphere. I'd recommend going to conferences or events that are held in and around you to learn from industry leaders. So I feel like this is something that like a lot of people take for granted. There are a lot of conferences recommended by schools, community events and stuff. It's integral that, you know, we make use of this for like two reasons. One, you learn from the main speaker or speakers around, but you can also make connections, network with individuals that are in the field that you want to go in or you want to be in, the environment. These are people that most likely think the same way as you, or even if they don't in one aspect, in your regular base, your personal social circle, you might not find individuals that are interested in those things, but if you go to events like these, you will find those people that are interested in those things. So it's important to, you know, make those connections so you don't feel lonely, but also you can learn from that individual and exchange tips, so you know, build and grow together. Next, I'll say try new activities. And fun fact, this is one way to actually change your brain and stimulate your mind. So yeah, make a bucket list is literally what I'd say, like a fun bucket list, and try out different activities. It could be, you know, going to a new place, trying food from a different culture, like a different restaurant. It could be painting, doing a certain DIY, rock climbing, exploring, whatever it is. I challenge you and I'm encouraging you to make time for it. Sometimes you might feel really busy, or like I would look at it as inconsequential, but taking that time out to find out one thing that really challenges you, maybe like once every 2 weeks or once a month, whatever it is, push yourself, go out there and have fun. And because it's for fun, whether if it's like competitive, whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter, but altogether it is growing you. I say be more engaged and involved in the spaces that you occupy. If you're in church, it might be time to recommit, commit to a certain department of the church. Volunteer yourself. Like, not every time you have to wait for somebody to call you. Volunteer yourself, or just like put yourself in that role, or try a different role if you're already in that sphere. If you're in the community, you could create like something. You can find like a community helper or center around you and volunteer there. No one's gonna ever say no to help. So summer is like a really great time for like farming produce, coming out, farmers market and stuff. So I'll infuse 2 in 1, basically. Go to more farmers market and also try to incorporate seasonal foods into your meal or diet. I know like strawberries are like popping in Toronto area right about now or in the coming weeks, so I would want to like incorporate more strawberries into like my breakfast or something. I want to go to farmers market and just like try new dishes, pick up new fruits, try new dishes around those new items. It's also good for your gut health. Introducing new dishes once in a while will introduce like new good bacteria and stimulate growth, like physically, but also like your brain will work better if you feel better. Yeah, tell me in the comments below if you want me to vlog going to a farmer's market around. Take the time to make or keep keepsakes. So these are items that kind of capture the time or the period you're in, and this period is dictated by yourself. So you might want it to be like, oh, my early 20s, and you might want to have like a photo album with clips and pictures here and there. A good like I tend to roll this out. It's like having a Polaroid and snapping memories and putting them together. But you could also just like whatever digital photos you have, you might print it out at Walmart or Staples, paste them together. Keepsakes would be just like items you get for different events. You have like a special place to keep them. You could have a note attached to everything. Keepsakes could be like a gratitude jar for a certain period. Whatever, find a way that works for you. But yeah, capture the time or seasons in a tangible manner that is dictated by you. So I think it's really nice. It's the Bible says, is it the Bible? No, it's not the Bible. But they say, look, when you look back, look how far, when you look at the memories and stuff. Oh my gosh, what's the song? The song is roll back the curtains of memories now and then, show me where I'm coming from and where I could have been. The song is actually telling God to roll back like the curtains in your mind, but I feel like if you have these keepsakes, you can roll back the curtains by yourself. You can go through them later on and be grateful for the memories, be thankful to God, be thankful to the individuals around your life at that moment, and just like reflect on how far you've grown, what you can learn from this moment and change. Yeah, so I think that's really cool to make. I'm thinking of working on one now. So, and finally, I want to hamper on like making connections with your community, but like on the more so like city level or municipal level. So there's a lot of like programs that are facilitated by like the city. I reside in the city of Toronto. There's a lot of like things that might be related to my field of study that I can work on, and this is key because a lot of time when like you're going into employment, people, the most common complaint is people want like 5 years of experience and you're just coming out of school, like you don't even have like that amount of experience. But one way you can build experience is by using these programs, initiatives funded by the city. It could be like a training program, a job even that is like offered, or just like an opportunity to really engage in the customer or the clientele that you'll be working in the future. And to find this is just like a little bit of Google research, like googling the name of your cities, project program in relation to this, like Toronto's program initiative for young individuals in healthcare. Google it, ask individuals, walk into community centers. Like, people don't do that a lot, but like, just walk into community centers and say, hi, I'm this person, I'm a student, is there any program that I can use to boost or gain experience, that I can volunteer or just like enroll in a course to learn about. So this allows you to be more involved and goes you holistically. You learn like personal skills with individuals, but you also like building your resume. So I think this is really key, and it's also on the look. Hey guys, my camera died, so I'm here on my phone. But like I was saying, that a bonus tip to that is to make use of communities created by just community people, leaders, based on special characteristics, common characteristics in the group. And I actually posted a reel on this on my Instagram. So if you're not following me, follow me on there, because I'm gonna share, you know, more extra tips in different ways. But it's that like you can be like black engineers group, or just like black female lawyers or whatever. These groups create events. You meet people that are already at the top of where you want to be, and you can connect with them, learn about those things, and they're usually free. They one group that I'm a part of is the Power of Love Foundation Canada. It's been amazing, immenseful in just like integrating newcomers in Canada into understanding the work field, just like getting that confidence. It's a holistic support group for young black females with like that have vision and stuff. So it doesn't even have to be like career specific, it can just be like interest specific. So yeah, Google search on social media, use your social media for also personal development or career development as well. Now I want you to tell me in the comments below one or as many that you're going to try to implement and work on this summer. Let me know and DM me it on Instagram so we can keep each other accountable. Okay, yeah, until next time, never stop curating your best life. Enjoy the summer, have fun, make time, work hard. You might have to whatever, but still make time to enjoy and have fun.